Hey guys, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are. I hope you're having a really great Sunday. I'll try to turn the music volume down just a little bit. There we go. So Corders was here first. Hey man, good to see you. Anaki's also here saying, evening Jay, I hope you had a good weekend. Yeah, it was great. I did very little this weekend. We took the dog out yesterday for a nice walk. We went to IKEA and bought absolutely nothing, which was unusual for my wife to buy nothing in somewhere like IKEA, which was good. And then we went out and had some lunch and stuff like that. And then today we did very, very little, very little indeed. But here we are. We're now streaming. I played some Destiny today. I played some Uncharted 4 because I've never finished the game, even though I've had it for years. So I played that for a little bit today. So it was a nice relaxing day all round. And here we are now streaming. 3D printers on its way going in this bottom corner just here, as you can see. The other 3D printer still needs fixing, which I'll get on next week, and hopefully we'll get that sorted. I've also got another 3D printer to build and a new laser to build as well. So maybe we'll do a midweek workshop stream where we start putting those together too. We've also got Hugo here. Hey man, good to see you. Please Pet Dog saying hello as well. Oxy saying evening gamers. Core does as well. JQ27 says afternoon gamers. Conan's here. So good evening Jay, good evening chat. Woody's here as well. Karcher 2. Karcher, I saw your pictures of JO2 this week. They looked so good, man. Thank you so much for featuring the board there. So hyped to replay Charter when it comes out on PC. So good. Yeah, well, I forgot. I haven't touched the game in like, I don't know, 3 years, and then all of a sudden there was an update for it that made it like PS5 compatible. And while I was playing Destiny 2, that downloaded for whatever reason today. So I thought I'd try it out, and I spent 4 hours then just playing that. So yeah, I started from scratch. For those of you that have played the game, I think it's a little bit too long away to give any spoilers out now, but I've just got to the bit where you have to go to an auction. I won't share any more than that. I've just completed that area, so I've just left the auction effectively. Where is our Uncharted? Maybe we're playing marbles later on to win instead of GMK Shoko because I lost a bet. So we're going to do that later on, towards the end of the stream. For those of you who don't know this, last week I bet Adam, who was in chat, that GMK Shoko, the volume of extras that I'd bought, would last at least a week in stock. We only have the Hiragana kit in now. There is no base kits left anymore. There's no spacebar kits. There's no obscure kits. There is just the Hiragana kit. So the bet was that if there were kits left in stock, he had to buy this. There's no sets left in stock, therefore I have to give this away. So we're going to give it away at the end of the stream, as the bot has said that. It's going to be fun. We're going to play marbles. We're going to try a Grand Prix. So it's not going to be who wins the first race. It's going to be who accumulates the most points over 3 races. I'm going to try that and see how it goes, because someone else did it on a stream I was watching on Thursday, Friday, and the Grand Prix was really cool. Like, I came nowhere in the first race. And nowhere in the second race, but because I was in like the top 3 in the third race, I ended up like 8th or something. It was really good fun. So we're going to give it away that way this week. We're going to try that towards the end of the stream. We're going to give away a whole base set of GMK Shoko round 2. So there we go. I did lose the bet. We sold out in a couple of hours, not a week. So I was a little bit out, just a little bit. My estimate was just a tiny bit off, because I said a week and it was a couple of hours. So you win some, you lose some, but that means that if I lose, you guys win, because I now have to give this away, right? That make you guys happy, I guess? You wanted me to lose, I guess? Well, I lost. Carrying on the trend, right? One day I'll get it right, Anarchy. One day I will get it right. Like, this hobby's so weird when we sell stuff, because things... How to put this? Things either sell stupidly quickly, or things don't sell at all.
Tasty.
Tasty. That is Pew Pew Laser. Thank you so much for the subscription, man. Fully appreciate that. He says, hi. Hey, man. Like... I don't know how many extras I have to buy. Normally I buy extras for GMK sets in the past, and they've sold out in seconds. So this one had a lot more extras, and it sold out in hours. I do have some sets coming that have a lot more extras than Shoko had, but they were more popular sets in group buy, so I'm tending to believe that they won't last a week either, and I really don't know. It's like PBT Noel, when we put that in stock, it lasted like an hour. And we've got PBT Fuji, nice PBT Fuji going in stock soon, very soon. And I'm worried that that's not going to last an hour either, because there's the same number of units as we got for PBT Noel. So But then at the same time, nice PBT beige is still in stock and it hasn't sold. So I don't know how to judge some of these things. What's the longest item you have in stock? We've had some things in stock for months, like some desk mats where we just bought thousands of them. The Kanagawa Great Wave is a great example of that. We sold so many in the group buy that we bought boxes and boxes and boxes of them, and they've slowly sold out, and I think we've got like 10 left. And they're the B stock ones, so yeah, that's probably the longest item we've had in stock. We have had some stuff delivered to prototypists that we haven't been able to ship for the group buy, such as the DSA Magic Girl from the Key Dot company. That arrived in like March last year, and we couldn't ship it until September because we had all the vendors had to align and ship it at the same time. So there's some things like that we've had in stock for a long time that don't really count. Mostly desk mats. Key sets, the longest we've had a key set in stock is probably right now with EPBT beige and black on grey, because they've been in stock for a week and they haven't sold out. Same as Hydrangea, that's still not sold out either. So that's probably the longest for key sets, is like a week. Oh yeah, IFKOG. Yeah, IFKOG. That's we had a lot of that, to be fair. We had like a load of extras, more of that than we had of Shoko, and I thought we had a lot of Shoko. So I don't expect that to sell out for a while, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. But it's really weird because in my head, the ideal amount of time to have a GMK set of extras in stock is like a month, right? If I have it in stock for a month, it's not like a drain on resources. It's not just incredible. Thank you so much, the better ginger. Thank you. If I have it in stock for like a month, it means that people who want the set can get it. But if I have it in stock for any longer than that, it's kind of like a waste of, why did I buy it? Why did I have it in stock? It's just dead money sat on the shelf. But I can't keep anything in stock for that long that's in the higher end. It's like keyboards. They sell out. The Zoom 65s, they sold out within a couple of, less than an hour. It was crazy. I think it sold out in like less than 15 minutes. So, I don't know.
Incredible.
Thank you, SG Dumpling. That is incredible. Thank you so much for the follow. The Vintage Kish says, hello, everyone. Storesner says, good evening. Hey, man. Good to see you. Perlin's here as well. Says, hey, Jay. Any PT hoodie news? Every time I see boxes delivered on the IG stories, my hope shoots up. I'm waiting for them right now. As soon as they arrive, we'll get them in stock. They're not going to be cheap, but they're going to be at cost because we didn't make, like, we made so many of them and they're not cheap to make because of the embroidery.
Tasty.
Jelly Master, thank you so much for the tasty subscription there. Thank you. So they're not going to be cheap. I think they're going to be like 55 quid, but it is literally just what it costs me to get them in. But yeah, we'll have them in stock as soon as we can. Laligator, hey man, good to see you. TKL King, one of my favorites, KFE CE. Yeah, so this is the KFE CE that we're doing today. I've never built one of these. This is actually, as much as I'm a fan of BISO, this is the first BISO board I've ever built, which is kind of nuts. For myself, I mean, like not like customer builds.
Tasty.
Rex, thank you so much for the sub, man. That is super tasty. So yeah, so it's kind of nice to actually finally own one of these boards and actually have it built to my spec. You guys get to pick the switches though, which you might let me down on this. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. SG Dumpling says, is there any Alice board that may come to group buy except for the Owl Lab Springs coming to in future to prototypists, as you are aware? I don't think the Springs coming to us. I don't know. We haven't agreed anything with Owl Labs on that. Like, I'm open to it if they want to do it through us, but yeah, I don't know. Like, there might be something coming that I can't talk about yet. There's not really a true Alice layout. It's more of an Arisu layout, but it's not quite the same as that either. And that's in process at the minute.
Tasty.
Thorium, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. That's my phone ringing. I apologize. I guess balancing demand is hard when time between the sales end and the product arriving so long. Yeah, like some products don't arrive for like 6 months, some products don't arrive for 12 months, some products don't arrive for 18 months. Trying to guess how much money I should invest, because it's my personal savings that gets invested into PT. So trying to guess how much money I should invest in extras is super hard. It's super hard. Where did we get to? Incredible. Thank you so much, Deegan, for the follow, man. I appreciate that. Bledin's here as well. Hey, man. Good to see you. I think it's the CE. This is one I bought off a friend. I didn't buy this brand new, so I think it's a CE. We'll have a look at it properly in a minute. Did I get the PC plate? I don't actually know what's in the PC. What's in there? I haven't looked through the kit. I don't know what's in there yet. I will literally be unboxing this with you guys. I have no idea. Yeah, I think that we might be talking about future rounds of Spring
Incredible.
Demus X. I mean, if it supports ISO. So the other Alice board, that a Risu style board that's coming, does support ISO. Alice layouts in general can't support ISO just because of how they are. We'll see. Built my first custom keyboard kit with the Zoom 65 kit from you, Jay. It was so fun. Thank you so much. Glad you enjoyed it, man. Glad you enjoyed it. They're super cool and they're an amazing price. Like, we actually sold those on the original ones at a loss because we had to airdrop them in. Future rounds will come by sea, so they'll be a little bit. The price will go up a little bit, but we'll actually make a profit instead of selling them for a loss. It won't be a huge amount of profit, but it'll be a few quid per board. I'll cast my switch vote for alpacas if you're letting us pick. So I am letting you pick, but there's a choice of 3 pack switches, which we'll talk about in a minute. And then I'll give a poll, and you guys can pick from the poll. We'll do it that way. Favorite artisan? I collect these, which are Kipuras, but I have a few thousand different artisans. This is the Cuprum Kipura, for example. This is designed to go with GMK Copper from one of my friends. So there we go. But I have quite a lot of Kipuras. If I had to pick one sculpt, it would probably be that. There we go. But I do have quite a lot of other artisans as well. Sorry, I figured you already saw it. I just set up to stream, so I didn't know. So I've seen the keyboard, but I haven't opened all the rest of the boxes to see what else came with it. Like, I sometimes buy these things blindly, and I don't know what I'm getting until I actually look at it properly. So we'll see. Is that the derivative on my desk? Yes, this is the derivative. We built this last week on stream. This is the derivative. This is super, super nice. This is probably the nicest 60 on the market right now. Or like I bought recently. So this was an in-stock sale. Wearing GMK Cafe with the Parliament Kipura. Just super, super duper nice. Just a really, really nice board. It's barely left my desk, apart from when Mel's been sat here in the week printing out customer labels, and she doesn't like it, so she moved back to a TKL, and she picked this TKL because that's what she likes, which is a great board actually. It's the Duck Orion. So if this is ever on my desk, it's because Mel's been sat here, and well, that's what she likes. Still want to get the Tokyo Nights one from you if I can. No. We'll see. Maybe. We'll talk about it. I got you, Jay. No worries. I was just jumping on. I've done that just jumping on. Like, it's the easiest way I find to buy stuff sometimes. Like, there's a load of stuff that interests me, and I don't have time usually to kind of like dedicate which particular version of something I'm going to buy. So, like, I see one for sale that's a reasonable price, and I just go, yeah, I'll just get that. And then I've got at least something towards it. Crafted Cables, thank you so much for the sub, man. He says, glad to be able to tune back into a live stream. Missed the last couple of weeks due to traveling. Well, I hope you enjoyed your trips, man, and welcome back to the stream. Thank you for being here, man. Thank you. It looks really nice, though. Yeah, it is. The derivative is super lovely. Super lovely. The Orion just looks so chunky. It's that 12-degree typing angle. That's what gets you. Every time I go back to typing on it, I have to, like, rearrange my wrists. It's an interesting one. It's an interesting one. You got the mouse too? Yeah, this is the MX Master 3. We have one here and one for the PC out in the workshop. The best production mouses that you can get, in my opinion. We don't really game here at the workshop, although we can, I guess. But yeah, so these are perfect for that. Daily driver, or does it change regularly? It changes almost every day. The derivative's been on my desk since last Sunday, apart from when Mel's been sat here and she's been using the TKL. But yeah, I change quite often. We have quite a lot of keyboards around. Cool. Okay, so I think we've done introductions. The next thing I want to do before we get onto the build is just talk to you about the Allison group buy, because I want to shill this a little bit. So the Allison's in group buy right now, and I have a prototype of the board that I can show you. I can also show you some of the changes that have happened to this. But if you guys aren't hopping on this, you might want to consider it. So this is the E-White Allison with matching Matilda numpad. Changes from this version to the production version is this badge is now brass, and there's a huge chunk of a brass weight. So this is just solid aluminum, is this one aluminium, but there's a brass weight on the new one that covers basically all of this shape here. So if you haven't considered it, go and check it out. Look at these curves, man. Look at these curves. This is an early prototype from like a year ago, 18 months ago. So definitely check it out, guys. Matching numpad as well.
Incredible.
Incredible. Thank you so much, Institution, for the follow. I don't really shill too much on this channel, but I feel like you should check out these, because look how good that looks. Look how good that looks. Matching numpad. Can't go wrong. Support Mr. Petro, support James from AKB.
Incredible.
Check out the Allison group buy. And look out for the Argyle group buy next week as well, because Argyle goes into group buy next Saturday at 2 PM UK time, which again, I'm super hyped for. There's only 200 units of that available. They might go quick. I don't know how they're going to go. Look how good you look, Jay. I don't look good, but thank you, man. I appreciate that. This is my walking the dog outfit. This is my walking the dog outfit. This is why when I'm walking the dog. Built my Vega last night with FR4 plate. That will be my daily for a bit, but who knows? I have 7 board mods to build at the moment, all personal. Nice. Yeah, I'm still in the 300-ish range, I think, for personal boards. Do I know of any truly full-size customs? James designed one for Glasses and Timmy, the YouTubers, that was like full-size and had a giant enter as well. You could check one of those out, maybe. I assume it's never going to get a group buy, but maybe. Maybe. Show me. What do you want to see, One King Alera? What do you want to see? With that show me command, you can ask to see something in my collection if it's to hand. So what do you want to see, man? If I wasn't eyeing up another handful of boards this year, I would pick up an Allison, unless you want to throw a 90% discount, of course. No. I might chuck a 10% discount into chat for one, maybe. We'll see. Friends to Iceland with work. Get to go back home to the wife and papa. Nice. Nice. Quick question, I don't mean to be offensive in a first way. First of all, I do realise price is subjective, but I think quite a lot of people agree with me. I say the Argyle is very expensive for what it is. Is that because of the very low amount of units? So Argyle is going to be $395. Let me be clear on that. The actual cost, the physical cost of getting each Argyle to here at Prototypist is $370. The remaining dollars that are left on each board are going to be used for a few things. There's going to be a giveaway, which is going to cost $370. So out of the profits, so 200 times $24.50 is the profit margin, right? Which is not huge. There's also 300 hours worth of work that need to come out of that profit margin as well. There's 100 hours roughly of cutting all of the laser cut windows. There's 100 hours of QC, and there's 100 hours of sorting out all of the individual components and counting them out into bags ready for people to build. If you work out that 100 hours at roughly $10 per board, $10 per hour, then, you know, 100 hours at $10 per hour, 300 hours at $10 per hour, $3,000, it leaves a profit margin, a real true net profit margin of less than $5 per board. So I don't think we're being unrealistic, and we're giving away a board as well. So it means that the actual profit margin of that is about $3 per board. If $3 per board is too much of a profit margin, then please tell me, because like we can't go lower than that. Like, I don't mind sharing the math with you. Like, I literally don't mind sharing it, because it's as low as we can go. Like, if any other business ran on what is less than a 1% profit margin, they'd go out of business. So I'm really sorry if you think it's too expensive, but it's just how much it costs. There's literally nothing else I can do to get the price down. So I hope that helps, Anas. I hope that helps. 395 is not that bad. It's literally the lowest we can go, and like it was going to be 399, and we talked about dropping it to 390 or 395. If we did 390, we wouldn't be able to do a giveaway for a unit.
Incredible.
And like we aren't making money on this group buy. It's not a group buy to make money. It's literally going to pay its own way. If we have 2 units that fail QC and will get lost in shipment to customers, that's the whole profit margin gone, and I'm dipping into my own pocket to fix it. That's where we're at. Like, I'm gonna get the spreadsheet up and give you the exact numbers here. Let me have a look. Let me have a look. I'm not going to share the spreadsheet because there's some confidential information in there, but let me get you the actual numbers. Why is it not letting me access this? Hold on a second. I have to sign back in. Right, okay. Where are we at? Where are we at? Okay. Right, okay. So the total cost per board for production is $370.65. $370.65. The retail price is $395. That's a $24.35 profit margin, gross profit margin, okay? Which means that if you multiply that out, that means that the total amount of profit is less than $5,000. The total amount of gross profit is $4,870. We've got roughly 100 hours of labor at $10 an hour, and I pay more than $10 an hour. Let me be clear, I don't pay minimum wage. Minimum wage in the UK is £9.50 an hour, which is about $13 an hour, and I pay more than that to my staff because I think that would be rude to pay them so little. So I'm covering some of the cost here as well. So we're going to assume that there's roughly 100 hours of time on the laser cutter to cut all of the little windows. That comes to $1,000, which means we've got $3,870 left. After investing in this for 2 years and upfront costs, and before we take off the cost of doing prototypes and everything else, we've got roughly 100 hours of labor on doing QC. That's another $1,000. That takes us down to $2,870. We've got 1,000 hours on the counting out of all of the individual diodes and resistors and chips and everything else that's needed and putting those into the packaging. That's another $1,000 that we've accrued for that. So that takes us down to $1,870 minus a giveaway, which is going to be $370, means we've got less than $1,500 of actual profit. And when you consider that we don't pay $10 an hour, we pay a lot more than that, we're actually going to have like next to nothing left over. Like, it's going to be so close to the bone that we literally couldn't put the price up anymore. Well, we could put the price, but we couldn't get the price any lower. That's literally where we're around. Like, I don't know what to say to people to justify the price more than that, but when you work it out that, you know, we've got $1,870 left over, assuming that we pay less than minimum wage here in the UK to our staff, which we don't, we pay more than minimum wage. I don't think that's bad. I don't think that's an unfair profit margin. It's less than 5%. It's around 1% of the total revenue. I don't know what to say. I don't know how to justify it. Let's see what you guys have got to say for that. Didn't realize production cost was so insane. Yeah, $370.65 is the production cost. I don't mind sharing that with you. The price is rather low. Yeah, I'm becoming more accepting of board prices lately, and so we've tried running marketing and selling our own products. What do us consumers do? I mean, we aren't even including the cost of marketing, advertising, the time to do that. We aren't even including the time that it takes to get up to now. That's the thing. We're not even including the cost of that time to take to get up to now, or the amount of money we've sunk into the project so far. And I have to underwrite this as well. So I've got to put 100 grand of my money into an escrow account, in effect, that underwrites this group buy just in case anything goes wrong. So that's my personal money that I put in. And it's already there, it's already set up, but I'm getting effectively nothing for that. That's an investment of 100 grand for a whole year for zero return. It's lower than you would have expected. We see $500 boards every month now. Yeah. It is a huge passion product, JQ. Like, we've gone into loads on the Argyle. The colour should be on the group buy thread, which I think is public now, and it's on the interest check thread as well. We were talking about the Argyle plus inflation. Well, the other thing is the other cost that we generally incur is we charge customers what the shipping costs right now. Guaranteed that shipping cost is going to be more expensive when the boards come to ship. So we lose money on shipping every single group buy as well. How much is down to material costs at the moment in my professional life? So it depends on the actual material, but most aluminium's up about 23%. You barely even make much profit from prototypist. Let me be clear. Prototypist isn't me, and I'm not prototypist in that kind of sense. Prototypist does make a profit. It has to make a profit to pay for rent. It has to make a profit to pay for gas, electric, water, the utilities that we use here, insurances that we have to pay staff. It has to make profits for those things. Personally, I take no payment. I invest money in Prototypist every year. In fact, every month, I put a chunk of cash of my personal cash into Prototypist to underwrite group buys mainly, or to buy extras. I don't take a salary from Prototypist. I don't take a dividend from Prototypist. I have not had a single penny of income in the 2.5 years that Prototypist has been running from Prototypist. I haven't earned a penny through the company. I haven't even taken any of my investment back out, and my personal investment is north of 7 figures. So, well north of start of 7 figures. Also, do you collect most GMK sets that you sell? I know you still pay for them, or just a couple you really like. I've slowed down. I tend not to buy as many as I used to, but I still do buy some, like maybe half, maybe something like that. With what salaries are around here, I can only buy the 1 to 2 boards a year I really want. That's fair, man. That's fair. I still want to see an Alice ISO layout keyboard if possible. So take a look at the FLX Virgo, because that's the closest I've got in my personal collection. There's a good bit to it, yeah. There is a lot of cost in it. Thanks for the explanation. I 100% understand the decision now and agree with the price. Well, thanks, Anis, for being understanding. Like, it feels wrong to give these numbers out sometimes, but like. Most companies want 10% profit minimum, right? Which means most company would want net 10% profit, net $30, net $40 off a $400 board profit, right? We don't even get close to that as a gross margin. It's nuts. When is it live? Next Saturday. Next Saturday at 2 p.m. IMO, the profit margin is unfair on PT. Well, I mean, this was a decision that came to with Socialite, James AKB, and myself. Like, we talked about it. We worked out what people had invested into this and what people needed from it, and this is where we ended up with the pricing. You like making nothing. It sounds like just a community board where you did it just for us. It kind of, like, we all wanted to see this product come out. We knew if it was $600, it wouldn't sell. We would rather take a risk of having a loss on it than not have it put out. No justification really needed. I can't afford a new blow watch either, but I don't claim monthly. It's overpriced. That's true. That's true. Hey, Unusual. Thanks for being here, man. Brexit is shipping is to be honest, it's not too bad worldwide. Like, from here to the US, some people have been buying the Allisons, and the shipping's been coming out like 25 quid, which is like $30. I think it depends very much on where they are. There was one to Anchorage, which was like $80, but like generally from prototypists around the world, we get pretty good rates with DHL, so it's okay. I don't have a spreadsheet I can share, but I can give you the numbers. $370.65 is the production cost. $395 is the retail price. $24.35 is the gross profit. We've then got at least 300 hours of labor to go into producing these boards within Prototypist as an industry. If you assume minimum wage, which is £9.50 an hour here, and we pay more than that, it's $13, and it's 300 hours at $13. You can work out the rest from there to get a really accurate price as to what we're going to be running to. And we're going to give one of these away, which is another cost of $370.65. So yeah, feel free to clip that and share it if you want. I'm more than happy for people to look at it. Don't know how you can drink coffee at 8:30. We're climbing the walls. I need my coffee, man. I need my coffee. Your old job allowed you to do so much, and we appreciate you, Jay. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. My company would fire me if I was making 10% profit on sales, right? Yeah. UK vendors, there's loads of UK vendors. There's like 30 UK vendors. There's more vendors in the UK than there is in the EU. Be okay, people talking about price with a lot of boards now. You don't need to explain, which you already did, and very well. If people have an issue, then that's on them. You did good, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Did I join GMK Tiramisu? I did. Yes, I did. I wanted the Tiramisu, but I didn't get one. Your transparency with PT figures and operations is exactly why I support PT. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Thank you. $395 or whatever that equates to in GBP on the day. So, because we have to sell in Great British Pounds, the currency here, GBP, pound sterling, it'll be roughly, like, we have a spreadsheet that tracks the last 30 days of exchange rates, and we base it off of that. So whatever the average of the last 30 days of exchange rates at $395 is in British pounds, 308-ish pounds, I think. Tasty. Thank you, Han Solo, for the subscription, man. I appreciate it. In fact, Han Solo might be the person I bought the KFE off of, I think. Maybe. Yeah, so it'll be whatever the exchange rate is in pounds. I think if I check that right now, I'll tell you exactly what it appears to be right now, because I have a little spreadsheet that constantly updates this for me. So at 395, $3.95. Let me just check this. If I do my calculations correctly. Right, okay. So excluding VAT, $297.50 is what it is at the minute. For UK customers, it'll be £357 because of VAT included. But yeah, so $395 is roughly $297.50 at the current exchange rate based on the last 30 days. That might go up or down a little bit. It's going to be a little bit of a wavy ride over the next week, but it's going to be somewhere in that region, so it should accrue to roughly $395. Socialite says, I've just been telling people rising aluminium prices, recouping investment costs, inclusion of hard shell case, quality manufacturer, labour on vendor your side for sourcing and separate 15 through hole components and a handful of other hardware items. Dude, you just explained in like one sentence what is taking me 10 minutes to explain. So there we go. From NK to here is $50 for shipping and $100 if you get a few chocolates too. Not fun. Yeah, it's expensive as shipping worldwide. Like, we have pretty good rates out of the UK to other areas, which is good. Thanks, clipped it. Cool. Don't you lose on shipping group buys to you? Not really. Like, there's some weird archaic rules in the UK. So one of the weird archaic rules is, if I sell something to a UK customer, I have to charge VAT. That's not the weird rule. That's like normal, right? If I sell something to someone who's not in the UK, I don't charge them VAT. Nice and simple. Where the weird rule comes in is the UK government says that if I haven't shipped that order within 90 days, 3 months, 90 days, I have to pay the VAT bill for those overseas orders and then claim that back once I've shipped them. So, like, one of the things that I have to do is I have to subsidize the 20% it's going to cost me for all of these overseas Argyle shipments. I'm going to have to, after 3 months, I will have to pay the VAT on them, which will be another 20% bill, and I'll only be able to claim that back after I've shipped them, which is nuts, but it is what it is. Got a list of vendors. Yeah, prototypist. There is quite a few. Steve Della says, gotta say, love the stories as the mezzanine went up. So excited for an open day whenever that might be. A couple of weeks time, I think. I think we're looking at March. Yeah, we're looking at March. So we're investigating dates at the minute. I think we'll have an announcement out this week on the meetup. It'll either be on a Saturday afternoon around 3 o'clock until 5 o'clock, or it'll be on a Sunday 12 until 4. We're not quite sure which day of the week we're going to do it on yet, but it's likely going to be either Saturday the 5th stroke Sunday the 6th, or the week after, which is the 12th stroke 13th of March. That's when we're likely to do the PT Open Day. Yeah, that's my E-White KFE CE. No, it's not yours, Han Solo. It's mine. I bought it. It's mine. There we go. You know, me, Metboards and Keep Cats. There's loads. Hopefully you can have a decent bag of coffee with that. Thanks, Zora. I appreciate that, man. I do appreciate everyone who buys from us. Like, it keeps us going. Peace, Twins. I'm doing well, man. Thank you very much. Thank you. Do you have any insights on the cost of DCS deadbeats? I think people are pretty shocked at the pricing of that. Is PBT DCS really that expensive? Yeah. Like, if you speak to any of the vendors now that are investigating things with SP, the DCS keycaps are significantly more expensive if you choose dice of PBT than if you choose double shot ABS. Like, there is a profit margin on DCS deadbeats, but I can't share any numbers because I'm not the lead vendor and it wouldn't be my place to say. But it's not massive. Like, it's very, very little profit margin. Again, it's like single figure percents. It's very low. Only got a drive from Barnsley. Nice. That's pretty close. Also, Shoko is a top 5 set for me. Absolutely love it. Well, we'll be giving away a set later on stream because I lost a bet. So there's a full GMK base set giving away today. You reckon Hamilton will come back? Yeah, he's not leaving. Degan, thank you so much for the subscription, man. I really appreciate it. I want to visit, but I'm so far away. Trains, hotels, it's doable. What was the bet? So one of the viewers who's in my Discord called Adam, he's a really nice guy, and we had a bet on stream last week. I said that I'd bought enough GMK Shoko extras for it to still be in stock by the time I started streaming this week. It wasn't. It sold out in a couple of hours. So the bet was that if it was still in stock, he had to buy one of the still in stock sets. If it wasn't in stock, I had to buy a set personally and give it away. I bought a set personally, and we're going to give it away. That's it. That's where we're at. So we're going to do that towards the end of the stream. Yeah, I just lost the bet because I thought we had enough extras to last at least a week, and we didn't. It lasted a couple of hours, so yeah. I think PT is a great company vendor. It provides way more opportunity for me to purchase things without shipping from the US, etc. Gonna head off for now, maybe Mac. Thankful to PT. Are you thinking of doing Lemo custom cables in the future? Anyway, I'll see you later. Have fun. SG Dumpling, check out Pexon because he makes all of the Lemo cables that I use. So if you want one, check out Pexon PCs. And Unusual as a recommended Pexon PCs. Adam is a legend. Adam's a really good guy, and yeah, well, he got me to invest in a set of GMK Shoko for you guys. Pray for the marble run. Yeah, we're going to do marble run at the end, but we're going to do a Grand Prix. There's going to be the best of 3 results. So we're going to do 3 races, and then it's going to put people in a table, and whoever wins the table, that's who gets the set. I bought a set of grey on black nice PBT from you this week.
Incredible.
Was here within 2 days. Nice. Thank you so much, man. Tiny, hey, thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Nice PBT is really good. It's genuinely really nice. Genuinely really nice. Redeemed a show me a bit ago. I got any 75s nearby. Let me see if I do. Let me see if I do have any 75% nearby. I did see it, and I apologize I didn't catch it. Do I have any 75% nearby? I think I did. I could show the Allison again, but I've already shown it. Technically, it's probably close to a 75%, but I'll find something different because I think that's a little unfair. Let me find a 75%. Okay, so this isn't a true 75%, but it's kind of the closest I have. And this is the Timberwolf, which is kind of a weird 75% mashup.
Tasty, tasty.
Just Bagel, thank you so much for the tasty subscription, man. So this is the closest I have to a 75%, so there you go. It's got a knob. Oops, wrong side. It's got a knob. It's got macro keys. It's got more macro keys, including 2 2U keys. It's a pretty fun board. Nice side profile as well, actually. I kind of like the board. It's quite chunky, but it's only aluminium. The build stream's out there somewhere if you want to find it. That's not a mark on the back. It's just my handprints because the metal's cold. Yeah, it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. I don't use it very often. It's a nice board. There we go. Right, okay. Amazing layout. Oh my god, is that too long? Yeah, it's 2 vertical enters. Yeah, so it's actually got 3 enters, so you can enter while you enter while you enter. Like enter, enter, enter. You can enter while you enter while you enter. Nice and simple. Need more 2U legends for this. Nice. You can enter 3 times as fast. Yeah.
Incredible.
Snagatoshi, thank you so much for the follow, man. I appreciate that. EPB2 Superstar should be live tomorrow morning. Yeah, I'm not quite sure why it didn't go live yesterday. It should have done. I think there's an issue with the back end of the store. I'll check that tomorrow, but it will be live tomorrow either way.
Incredible.
Thank you so much, Ariano, for the follow. I appreciate that. Ultimate Keyboard Warrior Board. Enter! Spam all the enters at the same time. Yeah, I'm sure we could come up with some fun macros for that as well. I'm sure we could. Gotta go to sleep before going to the lab tomorrow. Well, take care, man. Have a good night. Right, okay.
Incredible.
Henry, thank you so much for the follow, man. I appreciate that. I think it's time to start getting on with the build because we've been talking for like 40 minutes now. Yeah. I think I got a little bit heated about the pricing on the Argyle because it's literally as low as we can make it. So, yeah. The Hebe Galaxy will be up on Monday as well. I just need to add it. There was a question around whether it was going to run with the set, and it was only decided late on Friday that it would run, so it'll be up on Monday.
Tasty, tasty.
Donut Belong here, great username. Thank you so much for that tasty, tasty subscription. Donuts are very tasty. Maybe I should get some donuts in tomorrow for the workshop. Maybe have drive-through Dunkin' Donuts on the way in. Maybe. Next wave of pre-orders will be when I get round to them. I have a list of pre-orders in my Notion pages. It's not public, it's hidden, so don't look for it. But it's just a case of time when. Hopefully this week or next, but I can't promise that. But my aim is to have it out this week or next week, or at least publish the list and say this is coming, so people can have a look at it. I just need to do some little checks on the list before I make it public. Jay, have you got any good recommendations for a good quality hot swap kits, case included? I'm looking for something with foam included also. Yeah, we'll have more of the Zoom 65s in stock very soon. We're going to have the KBD 67 in light pretty soon as well. And I think we're going to work with TKC to get some of the porticos in, I think. So we'll see how that goes. So yeah, those will be 3 options we'll have for you very, very soon. NK65 is a good option as well. We will have some NK65 Oblivion editions in stock when they ship. They haven't shipped as yet, but as soon as we get those, we'll have the extras in stock. So there you go. That's a few. Right. Okay. Let me gulp down the rest of this coffee and then we'll start build. There we go. Right. Okay. Let's flip over the camera and I'll start to show you guys what we're building today. So we are building today with a set of a nice PBT Noel. That's going to be the keycap set we use. So no chat's choice today on the keycap set. There will be chat's choice on the switches, and these are going to be your choices. We have 3 different sets of switches that you can pick from. We have stock tangerines, and we'll do a poll for this in a second. We have stock tangerines, we have stock banana splits, or we have lubed and filmed lavenders. So those are the 3 choices for switches today. And let's get a poll going for those so you guys can pick which ones we should use. New poll. Chat choice switches. Okay, so the first one is tangerines. Oh, if I can spell tangerines. And then we have lavenders. And then we have banana splits. Okay, so the poll is now running. You guys can pick which of these switches we use. The lavenders are lubed and filmed. They're lubed with 205 grade 2. The other switches are completely and utterly stock. So you guys can vote in the poll now and let me know which switches should make it into this build today. Which switches should we use? Somehow it's level pegging on all 3 right now. I'm going to chuck my vote in.
Incredible.
Jay Taylor, thank you so much for the follower. That is incredible. Thank you very much. Depends on the price for you. Banana splits, heck yeah. Labs all day. Everyone doing lab on KFE. It's never that great. What do I think of the KBD 75 version 3.1? I haven't had a look at it, to be honest. I have a version 1. It was one of my first customs, actually. It was the original KBD 75 in like 2015, I think.
Incredible.
Caffeinate. Oh, we've just run out of caffeine, but I'll have some soft drink. What's my least preferred switch? Of these 3, probably tangerines. In before now, I've said that everyone just votes tangerines. Okay, so those are the switch choices. Let's take a look at the board. So this was bought from Han Solo, who's in chat. It is the E-White version, as you can see. And this is the board itself. Nice and simple. Dual weights on the back. The lovely BSO logo there. And the Monoke logo on the other side. Iron Brew does have caffeine, yeah. But when I think of the caffeinate command, it usually means get some coffee down you. Okay. As well as that, we also have this box, which is all of the parts we need to complete the build, I believe. I've never looked inside this box, so I don't know what's in here. Yeah, we're not lubing switches on film on stream today.
Incredible.
Android Rex, thank you so much for the follow, man. That is incredible. I might get my Switch Luber Matt from Pokemon Kid to lube some point. So what do we have in here? We have some paper, which we don't need. Bubble wrap, which we don't need. We have a PCB, which has been desoldered. Oh, it's mil-maxed. I don't really like mil-maxed.
Tasty, tasty.
Tasty, thank you, Android Rex, for the Prime subscription, man. I really appreciate that. This has been mil-maxed. I didn't realise it had been mil-maxed. I'm not going to desolder that. We'll just build it.
Incredible.
See if there's a spare PCB. No. It's mil-maxed. It means we can maybe try 2 switches today. Lavenders look like they're going to win. Here's the plate. We will be changing this plate at some point. So this is the ANSI. I'm seeing this for the first time. ANSI brass plate. It's pretty chunky, but we will replace that at some point with a POM one, which will be ISO compatible if the PCB supports ISO. it does. The PCB does support ISO. So there we go. A little sticker and some spare screws. I think this is some foam to go on the back of the PCB. Or we might pop that inside the case and see how it sounds. We'll just probably pop that in the back of the case. We have the cloth, which is the Monoke cloth that comes with most of their boards. We have the little Monoke card showing the city where Monoke is based. We have another sticker, and then we also have, I believe these are the aluminium accents, which are in pink. So if we want to change out those brass weights to match these pink ones with nice PB to Noel, we can do that as well, which I think we'll do.
Incredible.
Thank you so much, Rayhan, for the follow. That is incredible. And then here's the other side with the Monoke logo in pink. So we'll change those out as well. And that's everything that's in here. There we go. E-White, it just has a nice look to it. E-White's lovely. It's one of my favourite colours for boards, just because it's really nice as a finish. And it doesn't like have any mismatching top and bottoms to it. Right, okay, so that's what we've decided we're going to run with. First things to do then is to see which switch you guys vote for in a second. And then we'll take the board apart. We'll change the weights over because these will match better because these are pink. These will match better with nice PBT Noel. So we'll switch these over.
Incredible.
Thank you so much, Tectonic Plate, for the follow. Thank you very much, man. Desoldering Milmax sockets. So yeah, I don't like hot swap personally. I prefer to have a soldered board. That's just me. It's fine and it is what it is. But I'll probably just change the PCB in this at some point. What's the difference between POM and polycarbonate? So POM, it tends to be more flexible than polycarbonate, and it probably has a little bit more of a clacky sound, where POM is more thocky, it absorbs the sound a bit more. That's probably the difference. Best place to buy a lubing kit. We've actually got hundreds of lubing kits on the way at the minute, so they should be in stock very, very soon. I think they're going to arrive early March, and they'll be like £5 for 6 or 7 brushes. There's nothing bad about Milmax. I just don't like hot swap boards. I prefer to solder them. It's just nice. Yeah. Have you tried tungsten switches? Not in a build, only in my hand. I've got a drawer with 100 samples in just for me. I'll find some time to use them. If they're here, Steve, we will have them for sale at the open day. Yeah, so when we do the open day in early March, whichever weekend it falls on, you will be able to buy something that's in stock here live in the shop. You'll be able to use cash or card. We'll accept payments for both. Anything that's in stock will be for sale. You'll be able to pick it up, and obviously there'll be no shipping charges because you're here. So yeah, we're more than happy to do that. If it's whatever's arrived. If they haven't arrived by then they won't be for sale, though. That's the trick, right? Yeah. Pokemon Kid, hey man, how you doing? So Pokemon Kid is the guy who lubes my switches. So we were just talking, Matt, around whether or not I should send you some banana splits to lube, because Lavender's won the poll, so we're going to be building my Lavenders today. But I have quite a lot of banana splits and tangerines that might be coming your way for a little bit of lubing love. So yeah, we'll be taking a look at that shortly. Expect a DM early in next week. Okay, so we're going to be building with Lavenders today, but first of all, let's switch over these 2 back plates. So we've got the brass ones in place at the minute, and we're going to put these, I want to call them pink, but they're aluminium accent plates. We're going to change those over. Free shipping on the open day. If you're here, then you don't have to pay for shipping because you're here to collect it. That makes sense? Let's do these one at a time, actually. Yeah, it's not free shipping just for free shipping. It's free shipping because you'll be here to collect it. You'll walk in and take it out of the store with you. Lube banana splits are nice. Yeah, I haven't tried them lubed. I've only tried them unlubed. I just don't have much time to lube things these days, so the Pokemon Kid does most of my lubing for me. Yeah, it's got the old 2-weight system, Tiny, yeah. My shipping would cost a plane ticket if I went. Yeah, but you get to say hi in person. That's got to have value, right? Right? Free holiday. Yeah. Two-tone upset the masses. No, because it's different weights. If they were like the same material and they were just colored differently, maybe. But no, we're going for the nice PBT Noel. So I think white and pink is going to look great with that. Instead of the thousands of DMs. There we go. That's what it looks like now with the pink net. The pink reflecting off the camera is weird. It is a really nice pink. It doesn't look as nice on the camera reflection, but in fact it actually looks better in the face cam, or it did. There we go. That's probably closer to the actual color. There we go. Okay, so that's those changed over. Next is to take the board apart. The date for the open day will either be the first or second weekend in March. We haven't decided specifically which one it's going to be yet, because there's going to be a few variables that might change it, so we'll see. Still looks nice to me. Nice. I just don't think the camera's doing the color justice. Pink and white is just a really good combo. It is.
Incredible.
Thank you very much, Bernie, for the follow. That is incredible. Thank you, dude. Anas says, I just wanted to say another thank you for the long, brief price explanation. Long, brief? Interesting choice of words there. Yeah, sorry if it was applied, it was overpriced. I don't think it is. Just generally interested in how it's priced. I think, like, if we could price it lower, we would, but we just can't. Like we just can't go any lower. The group buy is already going to make a loss if we have like more than 2 boards that are damaged in transit or get lost in shipping or whatever else. So it's just one of those things. Alligator, have a great day. I like your choice of words. Have a court day tomorrow, so you have to bail. Nice, good choice of words, man. I like that. There will always be extras of every group buy we run, so there will be extras of the Flame 60. Yes, not huge numbers, but there will be extras. You meant the. I know what you meant. Like it was a long brief, as in like a brief, the type of document that's a brief, which isn't brief in itself. It's like kind of like an elongated document. Free shipping if I walk for 131 hours from Germany. If you walk 131 hours from Germany, I'll give you a free desk man. Like if you actually walked that, like fuck it, I'd give you a free keyboard. You could pick something out of my personal collection if you made that walk. 131 hours walking. Yeah, you could have a free keyboard for that, man. Like, if you documented that, like, yeah, I'd give you a free keyboard. Okay, so simple construction, no alignment pins, interestingly enough. There's nothing to align the tops. Oh, wait, there is. Something aligns it. What is aligning that? Ah, okay. So, I didn't think there was alignment pins. It was an optical illusion. There is. Just around the here, that is an alignment pin. So is that as well. When I was looking top down, it looked like they were recessed, but they're not. They're proud here as well. Yeah, there we go. Very, very simple construction. Very empty case. That's not a bad thing.
Incredible.
Thank you very much, Dat. Thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it, man. I apologize if I butchered your name. It's a really, really simple design there. Simple's good. Keep it simple. Inside of the top case again, very, very simple. Nice and simple there. Should be dead easy to put together. Okay, time to grab the plate and PCB and start popping these switches together. Let's move these brass chunks out of the way. Then we can get some stabilizers on the board. Free desk man and switch over. For sure, man, for sure. If you do all that walking, guaranteed freebies. I had some questions in the DC where I shared the clip. One guy was wondering why the production cost is so high. 200 units. That's literally the cost. I'm not going to break down the whole sheet for you because there's hundreds of rows, but the price of chips has got increased. The cost of designing the PCB wasn't cheap. The cost of producing the cases is not cheap. There's some serious milling in there so that we can get the screens to clip in on the sides. The logo on the base as well, it all takes time. The shipping from around the world, it doesn't matter where you ship to, whether we were a US based vendor or anywhere else, the price would be roughly the same because shipping from China to anywhere else in the world has increased in price. Take your pick. Like, all of these are reasons and more. The cost of materials has gone up by about 25%, so That's another cost that we've got to include in there. It just is what it is. That's the cost. $370.65 is the cost that it makes to produce everything that's contained. We've got a hard carry case that's included. We've got all of the packaging that's included as well. You've got the board itself. It just is what it is. That's what it costs to make those parts in the quantities that we need. I don't have any other information I can give you. That's just
incredible.
You list out the items, you total the cost of your quotes from your manufacturers. That's the price we get to. $370.65 is the bare actual cost for us to produce. And then we've got 300 hours of labor to pay for minimum wage, which is roughly $13 an hour here in the UK. And we're making less than $5,000 gross profit. That gives us whatever the net profit is, like less than 1%. Okay, time for stabilizers. If we could do it any cheaper, we would. 100% we would. Can we do this 7U? What's this built for? This is built for 6.25U. Okay. This is... So we're going to go 6.25U. I think. Wait, is this built for 7U or is this built for 6.25? Oh, no, it's built for 7U.
Incredible.
Han Solo, just confirm built this for 7U. Because I think he did. But yeah, let's go with 7U. If it's wrong, it's wrong. It's hot swap. We can undo it in like a minute. So we need the spacebar stabilizer. We need the backspace stabilizer. I would be of the mindset that all stabilizers need tuning, but the Owl Labs actual wires are probably the straightest and don't need tuning out of the box. We need one for ANSI enter. So whilst the stabilizers themselves do need tuning, I don't think the wires need any tuning themselves. They're pretty solid, but the actual stabilizers themselves need lubing. What shift are we going to use? We're going to use full shift, right? Although that doesn't look like it's mil-max in the right place for right shift. Wait, what? That doesn't look like it's mil-max in the right place. Look here. That does not look like it's in the center of that switch cutout. How weird. Perhaps it is, and just the other holes are throwing my eyes off. But it doesn't look centered. But hey, well, we'll go with it. I've seen pictures of the board built, so it must work. It could be another optical illusion. Okay, we aren't going to have enough stabilizers here. Let's let's grab another box of stabilizers because this isn't going to cover the board. There's not quite enough stabilizer housing in here. But we do have more that we can use. So let's put them to one side. Another box of stabilizers. Let's use some Owl Lab stabilizers. But let's use the 7U and the 2U wires from the rookie ones. Because the wires are just nicer, and sometimes it's nice to just mix and match like this. 1, 2, 3. Need one more 2U wire. 4. There we go. It's a bit of a mixed up build here, but it'll be fine. We'll cope. It's normal 7U anti layout. The illusion is optical. Yeah, it looks like weird. What, in the coffee? They're throwing you off. Yeah, in the coffee, sure. Come on, come apart box. There we go. Right. So we're going to use these wires, but we're going to use these housings. And then we'll use the screws for these as well, which I have got somewhere. We'll figure that out in a second. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4, and that's 5 sets of housings. And we need 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, and then 1, 2, and then one last pair. These will be the sliders for the stabilizers, and that's it. That's all we need. We just need the screws and washers now. Which I do have somewhere. Okay, great. Let's. In fact, they don't even look like the right screws. They're not the right screws. That would be why they're not the right screws. Where are the screws? I'm not having a good day today, guys. Where are the screws gone, please? My word. There we go. We have screws in here. These will do. Ah, we have screws in here. We have screws in our little pot at the back. There we go. That's where the screws are. Cool. Okay, so let's put the screws to one side and let's get these all put together and lubed up. This is the Han Solo KFE CES. Just tuned in. Answer your ISO. This particular build will be ANSI because the plate does not support ISO. In the future, we will build a version of this board that does support ISO, and we'll probably solder that one because this one's going to be hot swap through Mil-Max sockets, and I very, very rarely use Mil-Max sockets. I'm not usually a fan of them, but today is what we're going with. The PCB is universal, yeah. Can you cut the plate with your laser tool? Not the brass, no. It wouldn't cut through the brass, but I could cut a new plate in palm or some of the material on the laser if I need to, yes. Which I probably will do at some point. We actually have a new laser that I need to build up this week, so there might be a midweek workshop stream where we put that together, which it could be a good, fun time, to be honest. It might be a nice little stream to share with you guys. Okay, let's get these stabilizers lubed up. Heine PCBs are nice. Yeah, Heine PCBs are great. Ain't nothing an angle grinder won't fix, for sure. These all lubed up nicely. It should be never known as the mine, KFE. It's not yours, it's mine. Dude, like, you don't own it if you sell it, right? That's not how this works. If you sell it on, it's not yours anymore. Oh man, that was tough. That was tough to get into position. There we go. Have you got a solder PCB on order for the ice? For the ice? Melanie the Savage, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. I'm not sure what you mean by a PCB for the ice. What ice? Have I bought something I don't know I've bought? Okay. For the ISO. Oh, yeah, so the PCB works for the ISO, but I probably will just use another PCB. I've got plenty of Heine PCBs spare, which should work for this just fine. I've got a drawer full of PCBs, so I'll have plenty that I can use for the ISO build. And I'll just cut a plate here on the laser tool when we're ready to do it. But as this board was secondhand, I just wanted to use what we had here. For the KFE, yeah. For the KFE, yeah, we'll... the PCB supports ISO, so we can just use the PCB. We can just If we want to keep it mil-max, we can keep it mil-max, or we could desolder it, or I could just use another PCB. But I have plenty of PCBs lying around that'll fit in this case, so we shouldn't have an issue with that.
Tasty, tasty.
That is a very, very tasty. Thank you, Sharkbait, for the subscription, man. I really, really appreciate that. More than I can tell you. Thank you so much. Is UK vlog vending seem less likely due to the F2 issues? Yeah, it's on hold at the minute, but it'll happen at some point. We'll get it sorted. Gion's a good egg, and he's working through the issues, so as soon as that's all sorted, we'll be back on to sorting something out, I'm sure. I don't have any dates as to when that'll be like. Whenever it comes back unusual, that's when we'll sort it out. So just put a nice amount of lube here on the rails, on the wires, sorry. And then once we've done this, we'll lube the sides of the rails, the sliders, and put a little bit of lube in the back of the housing as well, just to make sure everything stays nice and smooth. What are the F2 issues? June released a statement on it, so there's like a whole list of stuff that he's making. Just these things happen sometimes. Way too much lube on my brush right now. What are we currently printing? Whenever we sell switches, we give away free 3D printed stem holders and switch openers, and it's currently printing some switch openers ready for the next series of switches that we sell this week coming. It prints about 50 every 6 hours, so yeah, it's running now. It'll probably be done when I get well, it might be done, but when I leave here tonight to go home. If it's not, then it'll be done when I get here in the morning, and then we'll set it going again pretty much straight away. It usually runs 3 or 4 sets a day, every day. It never ends. It never ends. We often run out of them as well. We ship that many packets of switches, especially recently with the sales, that we can just never keep up with demand for them. It might be that we just didn't have them in stock, or it's only whilst we've got them in stock that we send them out, and often we can't print them fast enough. Even with 2 printers running, we often can't print them fast enough to keep them in stock whenever we send switches out. And we don't, obviously we wouldn't hold back your switches because it's a freebie and it's only while they're in stock that they're available, but we wouldn't hold back on sending your switches out just because the freebies weren't there, unless you'd specifically asked us to do that in the notes. Okay, so we're just going to lube the sides of the slider rails just with the little bit of lube we've got on the brush. Again, we don't want to gum up the works here, we just want to keep them nice and smooth and moving. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take a small amount of lube on the back of the brush, and we're just going to pop that in through the hole in the rear where the wire sticks out, just so that it will run down the wire over time and help keep the stabilizer lubed for a little bit longer, because stabilizers will need retuning at some point in the future, so the longer you can keep between that, the better. You thought you put plastic in your cardboard recycling? No, you'd notice them. They come in the switch bags. We generally pop them in the switch bags, so they're inside the switch bags already when you get them. Okay. What solutions would you have for the F2 issue? I know Gino's already found a solution, but just curious. I haven't actually looked in detail at what the actual issue is with them, so I don't know. I didn't get an F2. It was one of the few Geon boards that I didn't buy, so I don't actually know in detail what the issue is. I haven't looked into it in any great amount of detail. I just know the issue's there, and I've seen Geon's made some public announcements about what he's going to do, but I don't actually know what the issue is. I haven't delved into any descriptive details of what the issue is, so it'd be unfair for me to comment on that. Level of problem must kill the project. It depends. Like, a lot of vendors don't do this to make money. They do it to help people get the products they want and to be happy. The weight chipping during the hand polishing process. That sounds like a design issue. I'd need to take a look, but like, that sounds like it's just a design issue and you just design the part around the process. Or you redesign the part around the process. So you take a look at the process, see what the issues are with the current design, and you just adjust them to fit. Gio knows what he's doing. It's not his first rodeo. Yeah, I haven't really looked at what the problems are. I just know there's some issues that people were reporting, but I don't really know what the issues are because I didn't buy one, so it had no impact on me personally. But Gio knows what he's doing. He's made a lot of keyboards. I'm confident he'll fix it. Anno streaking is a big issue in general. Machine marks at USB cutout, top fitment issues. I mean, that just sounds like tolerances and machine tooling paths. That can all be resolved through design or updating the tooling paths. No, I've never had any scroll issues with the MX Master 3. There we go. Okay, right, so all of our stabilizers are now lubed. It's time to pop them in the board. And then once we've got these in the board, we can then screw them in place. And then we can start to put some switches into the plate and PCB assembly and get the board built up properly. Okay, it looks like we're going to have to screw these in as we go. GAT-X's are one of my favorite switches in stock right now. Like, they're so good. You can just, with just a little bit of time to lube them and treat them good, they're the most customizable switch on the market, in my opinion. Like, as far as base switches go for customization, GAT-X is quite possibly the best on the market right now. Yeah, I don't really like the Holy mod. I'm a bit old school when it comes to stabilizers. I just like them with just lube on. 205 grade 2. No need to go overkill. But it's up to you. Like, they're your boards that you're building. Just whatever you prefer. Hey Huey, good to see you, man. No, I have got some on the way though. There's some shipping to PT right now. They should arrive in our Chinese shipment in March, I think. We have quite a big order coming in March. I think we've got 13 tons of keyboard related group buys. I think there's like 30 odd group buys. And they all arrive in early March. So looking forward to getting all of that in, sorted.
Tasty, tasty.
Bard, thank you so much for the subscription, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, 13 tons by weight. It's on the ship right now. and it should arrive, I think, in early March. I think the date's like the 8th of March or something when I expect it to arrive at port, and then it'll be like a week after that when it arrives at the prototypist warehouse. That's metric tons, not imperial tons as well. I'm not sure if the purple potatoes switches are in that or not. I can't remember. I'd have to look at the shipping list. I know the Halo Halo, KTT Halo Halos are. They're definitely in that shipment because I signed off on those just the other day. I remember seeing that in the listing. There is quite a few switches in there. I think there's about 250,000 switches in total in that shipment. It's about a week from arriving at port on average to a shipment arriving at the warehouse. So, yeah, not really any huge delays. I mean, it depends. Like, it depends on what it is and whether it gets caught for customs and investigation or if it just gets through. Yeah, we pay the VAT and the taxes whilst it's on the sea, so we don't have to pay it when it arrives, and then we take it from there. It's pretty easy. There's a fair bit of paperwork to do, but it's as easy as stuff like that goes, really. Okay, just going to do the backspace now. Are there any hobnobs in that shipment? Not from China, but from as of tomorrow, I can get hobnobs. If you're coming to the PT Open Day, I'll make sure we've got hobnobs. Coffee and hobnobs. We're actually going to get a coffee van in for the day, I think, when we do the open day. And then everyone will get free coffee as well. We'll have free coffee. Yeah, the cold crabbers, they arrived on Friday. They should be going out Monday, Tuesday. Probably Tuesday because we've got quite a few group buys that arrived whilst the mezzanine floor was being installed. So we're going to go through all of those on Monday. Whoops. Yeah, and we'll get them shipped out as quick as we can. Man, these screws are so fiddly sometimes. It really depends on us. Like, it depends on what the popularity is. It depends on the price of them. It can be anywhere from 10,000 to 100,000. It really depends on the switch. Like, how fast they're likely to sell is a big thing for us because we just don't have too much storage space to keep things around for too long, so we don't want stock that's going to sit for 6 months and not sell. Like, anyone who's thinking of becoming a vendor, they need to make sure they've just got ample funding sources. Like, you can't do it with no budget. If you want to do it, you need a couple of million quid or dollars to be able to fund stuff, I think, really. Okay, there we go. Right, that's all of our stabilizers in place. We're now going to put the little rubber bungs underneath these just to make them a little bit less prone to rattle. And if we've got enough, we'll put 2 under the spacebar. Oops. Just on the second floor to the mezz. There's a potential chance that we're going to take over the warehouse next door. The current tenants are leaving it, so we have inquired about expanding into that one. We'll see.
Incredible.
don't really use Taobao to order switches. Like, we go directly to the manufacturers. Like, buying them through Taobao is just the way that customers would buy stuff. So for us, it's very different. We have relationships with the manufacturers. Thank you so much, whoever that was, for the follow. Thank you very much for that incredible follow, Monshu. Thank you, appreciate that. My keep space. My preferred stabilizers at the minute are probably Owl Lab stabs. TX stabs okay as well, but I would prefer to use Owl Lab stabs. The wires are just better, which is why we're using the wires today. Well, we're using Owl Lab stabs, but not using the wires from Owl Lab stabs. Actually, we're using the wires from something else. But yeah, we're good. We're good. Right, that's all of our stabilizers installed. Fluttershy, thank you so much for the 3,000 bits. Much respect for your repair skills. Right to repair, absolutely, 100% agree. There we go. Stabilizers installed, including a few fingerprints, but that's fine. So with Owl Lab stabilizers, you get these little rubber pieces, and these are designed to sit under the stabilizer wire, and it just stops any rattle if they happen to bottom out and catch the PCB. So we have them in place. It's hard to show you on a black PCB, but they are in place underneath the stabilizers. You can see that, just underneath the wires. And we've got two under the space bar. Just stops them touching the PCB and stops any rattle. Henry, thank you very much. Yeah, let's have a stretch. Oh, there we go. Hey Omar, thanks very much for being here. Right, time to get some switches in. Now you guys did pick... There we go. You guys did pick the lubed lavenders for this build, so that's what we're going to pop into the build right now. Now this is a hot swap board, so we're going to put a couple of switches into the plate, and then we're going to align them with the hot swap pins and push them in. Now these are mil max, so they should go in quite nicely. Ah, thanks Omar, I love you too, man. Let's just try and put a couple in, just dotted around the PCB, just to try and get alignment in places. There we go. Okay, now we've got a couple in. We should just be able to start pushing the switches in.
Incredible.
Fully. Mr. Body Massage, thank you so much for the incredible follow. I appreciate that, man. And hopefully won't bend any pins. I wonder how many I bend the pin on. Hopefully not too many. Hopefully not too many. We'll see. We'll see. That doesn't feel like
incredible.
Incredible. Thank you, Sky, for the follow. I appreciate that. Yeah, lavenders and brass is always a good combo, I think. Let's just see how many of these pins we bend, though. I'm just checking each one before we push it in, just to make sure they're nice and straight. And we'll see if we've got any bent pins once the board's put together. That feels like it's going to bend. Let's see. We're risking it for a chocolate biscuit. Felt okay. Yeah, usually when I get switches lubed by the Pokemon kid who was watching earlier, I don't know if he's still on, but usually I send him like 1,000 at a time, and I think I sent him probably close to 500 lavenders when I last sent him a batch. So this is what's left. Just going to slowly build this up, making sure everything looks good. Then we'll just check that everything is nice and neatly aligned once these are all put together. Check for any bent pins, and then we'll put the rest of the board together. That doesn't feel like the switch is together properly. Do labs need lubing? I thought they were good stock. They are good stock. I just like them lubed. It's an individual preference. How is it compared to cherry or whatever? I mean, it's a lavender. It's a linear switch. It's probably quite different to cherry switches as you know them. Most switches are these days. Cherry switches are not that good in the grand scheme of things. But it's a good sounding switch, is the lavender. Quite thocky. Very smooth to use. And it looks great as well, especially on brass. Just a very good looking switch. Reading posture check. Yeah, we're pretty good on the posture today. I do have a sore back, so I'm being overly cautious with my back at the minute. So thank you for the posture check. I do appreciate that. Smooth on a budget. I don't think they're particularly budget switches. Like, there's certainly cheaper switches out there. That one we might have bent the pin on. Personally, I'd go for lavenders, but I do like alpacas as well. I think we might have bent a pin on the step capstock there. Let's see though. We'll carry on. Oops. We don't drop switches. That just doesn't want to go in. Why? Try some different hole. Nope, doesn't like it. I'm not going to force any of these switches today. We'll just put them to one side if I don't want to go. There we go.
Incredible.
Like, it's so hard to just tell you what you're missing with cherry switches. There's so many different switches out there on the market. There's thousands of them, all with different weights, sizes, feelings, smoothness. Like, there's just so many switches out there. Cherry switches are pretty cheap and pretty scratchy. They're not very smooth overall, but it really depends on what cherry switches you've got. There is just so much information. Best thing to do is join the PT Discord down below and just search switch and just read what people have said about switches. That's the easiest way to catch up. But there's so much to talk about with switches. Like, or read the Theremin Goat blog, because that's amazing, and he goes into a lot of detail about a lot of different types of switch. He reviews them. He gives them a score. I think lavenders and alpacas are both up there in his top 10. Someone will dig the link out for you, I'm sure. I'm not going to lie, this is much easier than soldering, but I'd like to do the soldering. Hey Jay, you can't stay for long doing the VOG. Oh man, take me with you. Take me with you. Wait until I finish streaming and take me with you. Keep up the great work. Very appreciative of the work you and Mel do. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate that so much. Alpacas are number one. Yeah, I think the alpacas are number one on Theremin's blog. Yeah, they are a great switch though. Yeah. Yeah, you can buy individual switches from places like MechBox. Yeah. Yeah, Shark Bait. Got a load of switches from MechBox. There you go. Fun fact, I actually supply MechBox with a lot of their switches. When someone pronounces L in soldering. Yeah, well, I'm from the UK, so yeah, it's not soldering, it's soldering. But hey, different pronunciations don't make it wrong. That just doesn't want to go in. I don't want to force it. Yeah, let's not use that switch. Next time I send you something in AOS, I'll send you some of these lavenders if you want. It was a lavender sample I got from them that led me to buy from PT. Nice. Yeah, I do supply MechBox with a lot of switches. I'm not sure if lavenders were one. Probably were. It's just the way the Americans pronounce it. Like, the American pronunciation for some things is different. Like aluminium and aluminum, like, both are correct. Soldering and soldering, both are correct. It's the same process. Everyone knows what you mean. It's fine. Potatoes. The best one is there's a place in the UK In fact, I'm gonna type out what the name of the place in the UK is, and everyone in the UK is gonna know how to pronounce this. Right. Now I shared that name, that word, with Theramin Go, and he pronounced it Lugabaruga. That's how he said it, right? When it's actually pronounced Loughborough. So, hey, that's just how things go. Lugabaruga. It sounds almost Australian, doesn't it? Put a Lugabaruga on the barbie. Loughborough. Yeah, like it's really different. Loughborough. Yeah. No, and I'm living in my cousin. From now, my cousins live in Lugabaruga. Yeah, just yeah. That's how Theramin pronounced it. Lugabaruga. Yeah, Loughborough. Okay. Let's go. Sorry, to Edinburgh. Yeah. Not Edinburgh. What, Worcestershire? Yeah. Touch with Clanfair. I can't say, but it's like Clanfair, something like that. I don't think that's a million miles away. But I don't speak Welsh. If Bledin's still around, he'll say how to pronounce it. Hey, it's fine. I live in a village called Shelf. It's literally just called Shelf. 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 I can't say it, but I should learn. In my old job, because we had branches in Wales, I used to have to make sure that a lot of our signs were printed in English and Wales. Yeah, Shelf. I live in a village called Shelf, yeah. Shelf, yep, Shelf. I'm not an elf. I'm probably the right height for one though, because I'm only 5'6". Okay, almost there with these switches now. And then we can check and see if we bent any pins or how many pins we bent. In fact, guys, how many pins do you think we bent putting these into Milnex sockets? Like how many switch pins do you think we bent in total? Let me know in chat. Put a number in chat and say how many you think. No prize, just for fun. All of the pins? You think every single pin has got bent? No. Don't be silly. Step caps. Yeah, I think step caps might be. Like that's the one that felt dodgy when I pushed it in. 3, 4, 3. You got distracted by a good conversation and bent all of the pins. Maybe. Maybe. I mean, there's a slight chance of that, right? How many pins? Yes.
Incredible.
Thank you very much, Catastrophe, for the incredible follow. I appreciate that, man. Right, this one doesn't seem to go in. There we go. Correct guess gets a picture of a GMK show karate. Yeah, that picture is on my Instagram story. You'd have to go download it from there, like screen grab it. 5% bent. That's not a number, that's a percentage. Play within the rules, man. Play within the rules. I think there's at least some. I don't think we've got away with 0. I'd be very surprised if we've got away with 0. Love the colour of the plate. It's just brass. Oh man, is this one not going to go in either? There we go. Right. An NFT of GMK Showco. Let's see how many we've bent. So we should be good there. I think that's bent. Okay, so we've got 1 bent. one bent so far. A couple not all the way in. We're just pushing those in now. Man, this is harder to check than normal for bent pins. Okay, I'm just taking it slow, just checking these. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. Oh, step caps looks good actually. Step caps is fine. So we've got one so far. And that might not be bent, it's difficult to tell. Just still one so far. Okay, it looks good. I think it's just this one, but I think it might be okay. Let's test it and see, shall we? Let's load up Via and see what we've got. That's not what I want. That is what I want. Okay, you guys should be able to see Via. Let's see if we can find the H88, do the key tester, test the matrix. Whoops. Right, let's test these keys. Okay, so the one that I thought was bent clearly is working just fine. Even if it is bent, it's still making contact, which is fine. Okay, all looking good so far. Okay. Okay, all working. Looks good. There we go. Yeah, we've done it through Via. Yes. How do you see if pins bent from the back of the PCB? So, I'll show you. Like on the back of the PCB, if you look into the holes that are coming through the Milmax sockets, you can see whether the pins are bent or not, because you can see the pins protruding through. It's really hard to show you. I promise you it's there. So you just look in the holes for the Milmax sockets and see if you can see the pins coming through. Like you can see whether they're there or not. It's difficult to show you on camera, but you can just look for that and see if the pins are bent or not. Yeah, the pins are fully inside the sockets, but they come through the sockets. The sockets on these Milmax ones are just a hole all the way through, so you can see whether it's come through or not. Like, it's really difficult to show you, but it's just a hole all the way through, and you can see whether the pins sat through there or not. If the pins are bent, is there a way to fix it? Yes, let me show you. So if I take this switch, you can see it's got two pins on the base. They're both perfectly straight. If we bend one of them, you can see we've now got one that's bent. So if we pushed it in at the wrong angle, the pin would have bent like that. And all you need to do is just get something with a sharp edge, such as a flush cutter, and then just rebend it straight. And then we've got two straight pins. In fact, I've overbent that one slightly. There you go. Both now straight again. And you can see that's what they look like when they're bent out of shape. Nice and simple. Yeah, you can use your fingers as well. Sometimes it's easier to get something flat and sharp underneath it. Cool. Okay, so now we know that this works. We know that it's all put together correctly. It's time to pop it in the case. I'm just going to lift this over. We're not going to screw this in. I don't think it came with screws actually. Did we get any screws to put this together? Did we? Oh yeah, we did. Yes, we did.
Incredible.
Incursio, thank you so much for the follow, man. I appreciate that. Here are the screws to top mount it. Yeah, I'm printing switch openers right now. They're going customer bags when they order stuff. You can use O-rings on it as well, but we're not going to do today. We're just going to go for the standard top mount. So we're just going to screw these screws in for the top mount, and we're going to call it a day. Let's see, what size screwdriver do we need here? I think we need this. Yeah. So we're just going to pop the screw in. Just going to align the plate first. pop the screw in. We're going to tighten that one down. We're going to come diametrically opposed. We're going to make sure that this lays nice and flat inside the little groove for it on the plate. Might have to just slacken that off slightly, just to make sure we can get it in. There we go. Whoops. So we're just going to make sure that the plate fully aligns in place now. And then we'll tighten these two screws down, and then everything else should align from these. That's one in place. That's two in place. And then we're just going to go diametrically opposed around the board, and everything should sit nice and neat and even. There we go. Nice subtlety there. Oh yeah, can you... Yeah, I'm good friends with Mike. Well, we're not friends as such, but we speak a little bit. Mike's really nice, and I like to support the Cortex brand, so we speak a little bit. He has a JO1. What's my best piece of life advice? Life's short. Do what you want. If something makes you happy, go for it. There we go. That's all screwed together now. Nice and in place. All nice and solid. Looking really good from there as well. Now it's time to pop the bottom case on. And then we'll screw this together. And then it's time for some keycaps. I think we need a slightly smaller screwdriver for these, right? A relay 1 of 1 JO1. Yeah, it's a relay FM edition JO1, yeah. Nice bottom, right? Is there something special about his JO1? Yeah, it's got the relay FM logo on the inside. When I knew it was him, I was like, right, I'm going to do something special for it. So he got it a little bit later than other people, but I think it was worth the wait. No foam. No, we're going to build this without foam today. I do have the foam here. We'll just build it without foam. No, I'm not buying a key colt. Isn't life advice, I don't think. I do have a couple, but I wouldn't say that it was life advice to buy a key colt. Do what makes you happy. That's the life advice. Life's too short to not do what makes you happy. Looks like a pair of pink cheeks. Sure. Might have already been asked, but will Canon Keys be sending more of nice PBT Noel in the future? Yeah, we've got some nice PBT sets in stock, more to come, and Noel will be restocked at some point, yes. Okay, there we go. That's the board all put together. Now it's time to put some keycaps on the board. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit while we do this so you guys can see the board up close as we put the keycaps on. And you can see what it's gonna look like. Right, where did I put the keycaps? There. This is what you get when you unbox nice PBT sets. If I can take the packing out, there we go. This is brand new, hasn't been used. Let's go for the pink escape, because why not? And then I'll put the F keys on. So this is not beige. Yeah, I know. We don't always use beige here, although it is my favourite. Do I prefer this packaging or GMK? I think if I'm going to store the key sets in the packaging, this is probably a little bit better. But I don't dislike the GMK packaging. I know it's not the greatest for storage, but it's fine for what its purpose is, which is shipping. It sounds like any other PPT set. I think it's fine. just shipped 60 or so JTK boxes from DC. Yeah, I've looked at stocking them, but like the issue is if I stock them, I can't get them particularly cheap. Like I'd end up selling them to like even make like £1 per box. I'd have to have like a silly price for them. So I've refrained from stocking them purely because of that. I don't want people to feel like I'm taking advantage or ripping off or anything. So that's the reason why I haven't done it, because they would just look really expensive, but that's because they're expensive to get in. Like GMK packaging is fine for what it is. If you're only using it to get the keycaps delivered to you, and then you're not going to use it like going forwards, it's fine. Like it's absolutely fit for purpose, which is just a shipping packaging. If you want to use it to store stuff in, this sort of stuff is much better. Yeah, the JTK Max trays are really nice, but they're not cheap. Like I can't stock them for a reasonable price. I just can't. We'll probably use the pink enter as well. So let's go for that. Like if I could get them for a reasonable price, I would do. But yeah, so at PT we offset the environmental impact, carbon footprint basically of every product we sell for 5 years. So if you buy a key set from us, it's been offset for 5 years because that's what we estimate the lifespan is. All of the packaging that we use here at Prototypist, the papers, the cardboards, the tapes, it's all recycled and it's recyclable. Now I can't speak for like the packaging that GMK use. I know it's biodegradable. I know it is pretty, good. But like I can't always guarantee the packaging is from that perspective. But yeah, we only use biodegradable stuff. The only thing that we don't use that's not recyclable or biodegradable, like it's recyclable, is the plastic bags we send switches in. That is biodegradable. That is recyclable, but it's not biodegradable. But as I say, we offset the carbon footprint for every product we sell for 5 years anyway. So when you buy something from us, it's already got the carbon footprint offset for its intended lifespan of about 5 years.
Incredible.
Thank you so much, Spicy Charmaine, for the follow. I appreciate that, man. It's kind of lame when you open up a GMK set you've waited for 18 months to see it go in a starch like powder. I get that, but it's good for the environment, so I think that's fine. Yeah, that's fair, JQ. Yeah, it's the only thing that we have looked at other options. Like we've looked at coffee style bags, but that are made from paper on the outside, but then have resin on the inside, because paper gives off fiber that gets in switches, so you don't want to use that. But they're usually lined with like a resin or a like something on the inside to make them waterproof for the coffee bags, and that's not biodegradable quite often, or recyclable, or compostable. So we've looked at that. We've looked at things like cotton bags, which are reusable. But again, they leave dust or detritus in the switches, so it's not good. So I think that the plastic bags we use right now, which are reusable, they are recyclable and they're quite thick, so they're good for reusing. I think that's the best option we've got. We've looked at quite a few things, and nothing's just as good as that. But yeah, as I say, every product is fully covered from a carbon footprint setting. So keyboards, key sets, desk mats, it's all covered for 5 years from a carbon footprint perspective. So we pay for that out of pocket, depending on what it is. But yeah, everything is covered for 5 years, and we make sure that that's there for every single product we ship. We actually do it for every single product we stock. Like as soon as we order the product, we offset the carbon for it. So yeah. I have a giant stash of all sorts of plastic sealable bags from pints from Brickling. Yeah, I don't throw bags like that out. I keep them because they're really good to recycle.
Tasty, tasty.
Thank you so much, Oak, for the raid with a party of 7. I appreciate that. That is super tasty. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate that a lot. How am I liking the Prusa? We actually have 2. One of them needs a little bit of work, but we've had them for a couple of years. The Prusas are amazing, like just hands down. They beat Enders and everything else that we've got. We do have a CR10 print mill that we're going to be building up next week, which we've had for a year now. It actually got delivered from Kickstarter a year ago, and we haven't had the chance to build it, but it's time to get that up and running. That prints onto a conveyor belt. Getting there now. It's looking pretty good. Okay, we'll use the white space bar, the 7U. They are lavenders, yeah. Okay. Right, what keys do we need here? Let's see if we can finish this off now. Where's the other Alt key? Must be here somewhere. There's step caps. There's the other Alt key. Right, now we need the 2 1Us. We're going to fill up the other ones here. Have we got 2 1U Noel keys? Yeah, let's use the Noels. Oh wait, have we got pink ones? No. That would have been fun. That would have been fun, but there we go. Right, let's pop the key set away now. What we would do, if we could get it to go into the box without dropping keys everywhere. There we go. Look how cute the packaging is for this though, it's super cute. Come on, fasten. Fasten, damn you. Come on. Why won't you fasten? Okay, this just does not want to close. Anyway, here's the cute packaging. It is pretty cool. Right, okay, so there you go, guys. This is the KFE CE with nice PBT Noel, lavender switches, pink accents on the base. Yeah, the pink Noel was the wrong row. Yeah. That looks pretty good, right? Looks pretty damn good. Should we see how it sounds? Let's do a little sound test and see how it sounds. I'll pause the music. There we go.
Incredible. Incredible.
It's very, very quiet. It's very, very quiet. But it's quite thocky. It's quite thocky. It does sound really good.
Incredible.
I'm pretty happy with that. Twigcon, thank you so much for the follow. 7 key looks quite tilted compared to the rest. Nope. I think it's just the printing if it is. Or it might be the fact that it's just this. There you go. I don't know. I think it's just the cap itself. But that looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. Love the deep sounds, that F-row. Yeah, it does sound good, doesn't it? Pretty happy with that. Yeah, pretty happy with that. That's been a nice little build there. Pretty happy with how that's come out. What sublegend is that? It's Hiragana sublegends. So, yeah, it's just the Hiragana sublegends, a standard Hiragana sublegends that you see in lots of different key sets these days. But it's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with how that came out. It looks so nice in these colours. Like the pink on the back just really works nicely with the pink in the key set. I'm not usually one for accents, but that's a pretty solid build. I like how the brass just peeps through. Look at that side profile. Curvy boy. Pretty happy with that. In before Mel steals this when she's in next week. Olivia Light would look good at it as well. Yeah, I think the other set I was thinking of putting on this was GMK Hammerhead, but this works really nicely. That's super nice. Nice curves picking up. Yeah, it works nicely. Just get your fingers underneath. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Hammerhead. I've still not opened Hammerhead. You know, one for accents you have to. I know, but I don't usually use accents. Like most of my builds, I don't put accents in. It's Hammerhead Dark that I have. Most of my builds, I don't put accents on them. But this just looks so good. I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, right. It's 10 p.m.
Incredible.
Popcorn's here as well. It's incredible. Thank you so much, Popcorn, for the follow. Which means it's time for a giveaway. So, today on the stream, because I lost a bet, we are giving away a sealed set of GMK Shoko. This is the full set, sealed GMK Shoko from stock. So for those of you who don't know, last week I had a bet with a guy called Adam on stream. I said that the GMK Shoko extras would last in stock for a week. They didn't. They lasted a couple of hours. Therefore, I have to give a set away. If I had won the bet, he would have had to buy this off me live on stream. But I lost the bet, so I have to give it away to one of you lucky viewers. So today we're going to run marbles. Now I've only done this once before, and we're going to run a Grand Prix. So let me cover how this is going to work. I hope we're going to run 3 rounds of marbles. It's going to put you guys into a table, and whoever gets the most points based on finishing position across the 3 will win the set. So we're going to run 3 rounds of marbles. The winner of each round doesn't get anything, but the overall winner of the Grand Prix will win. Is that fair? Is that fair? Let's see if I can share this. I think if I go to this, and there you go. Okay, so you guys should be able to see now. You guys should be able to see.
Incredible.
Hold on. There we go. Right, so you should be able to see it. So I'm going to click race, and then you guys just need to join into marbles as you always would do. Let me click on race. So we've got 3 tracks set up. We're going to run futuristic explosion cubes, then petrifying rainbow path, and then a rusty remnant. Max number of plays is 500. We've got less than that in chat, so we should be good.
Incredible.
Thank you very much for the follows, guys. I appreciate that. Okay. So, there we go. Peter Poppins in. Do exclamation mark play in chat, and they'll put you into the game. You'll see your name come up. As long as your name comes up, you'll be in there. We'll give it a minute, and then we'll start the race. This is Grand Prix 1 of 3. Remember, we're going to play a few of these. Thank you so much for the follows, guys. They are all incredible. See a few of you followed. So as long as your name pops up, you're good to go. We'll give it a minute. We'll let you guys all join, and then we'll start running. Just do exclamation mark play. It'll put you in to win a set of GMK Shoko. Just a reminder, we're going to run 3 races, and it's going to be the overall winner after the 3 races. So think like Formula 1 or anything else. We've got to do 3 Grand Prix. It should put us in a table. If it doesn't do the whole put us in a table thing, then whoever wins the 3rd race will get the prize. But it should put us all in a table, and we should be fine. We'll start running in about 30 seconds. Yeah, hello lurkers. Yeah, right. Everyone joins for this. There's only like 93 of you in there, 95 in there. There's 150 viewers. So guys, hurry up, because we're going to start in like less than a minute. So if you've been waiting for this, now's the time to join and hit exclamation mark play. Give it another 10 seconds or so. Better hurry, you lurkers. Yeah, all the lurkers need to do it. 95 is enough. We're at around 100. There's 150 people watching, so... If you've done it once, you don't need to do it again, guys. You don't need to do it again. I'll give it another 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Oh, I forgot the controls for this. What are the controls? I've forgotten the controls. I can't remember what the controls are. Oh no. I have to try and figure it out live on the fly. Wait, how do I control this? Okay, we've got people coming out the bottom now. Yeah, I'm not great at this. There we go. There we go. Press Alt to show names. There we go. There you go. So some people have managed to get down this tube. I don't even know how that's possible. I don't know how that works. Oh wow, Shackbait is way down the bottom. Some people falling off. There goes Baby Bixie Baby. Oh wait, has he survived? Has he won? Ah, look, he somehow survived. Somehow survived. Most people are still up the top. It looks like Bibixi Baby won that one. Came super quick. But don't forget, this is a Grand Prix, guys, so he doesn't win the GMK Showcross set. The person who wins the GMK Showcross set is whoever has the best 3 results overall. So, that was super fast. Like, somehow he skipped half the course. Like, what? Like what? Like, he dropped off the top and somehow managed to stay in the lead and just fall back onto the track. We've still only got 2 minutes. Missed the body massage, no. Let's have a look and see what's happening over here, because there seems to be quite a few people getting stuck at this point. Oh, look, the little turn of tables. No! Uh-oh. Look at this. Everyone's getting stuck now. Look at this. Look at everyone coming through. Everyone's just getting stuck waiting here. Look at everyone pour out here. Look at them all. Oh, and that was the cut off. That sound is wonderful. Yeah. Some people are dying. There's poor Josh. Look at poor Josh. Poor Josh, stuck up the top. I think I'm legit last. Well, poor Josh was still somewhere at the top and then he fell off, so he was last. Some people are still falling off here, look. Like, if you don't get lucky here, look. No! Oh! There we go. There we go. That was the first race. You got a new track record though, 1 minute and 8 seconds. Wow.
Incredible.
Okay, how do I do the next race? Next map, there we go. Right, okay guys, join again. I don't think this is going to put us into like a Grand Prix. You have to join again, guys. I was hoping this was going to tableize us, but I did say before, if it didn't put us in like a table at the end, whoever wins the third one wins. But we'll see if it does give us a table at the end. Okay, everyone's joining again. I think we had 101, 105, something like that join last time. There's Anarchy. I can see Anarchy. Or I could. Rigged. It's always rigged. Everything's rigged. It does a table at the end. Nice. Well, we'll see who does a table then. We'll see what happens with the table, but ideally it should be the person who's at the top in the table will win overall. Right. If you guys want to keep going, Do I have any original recipe in Bristol? No, someone sent me like 12 bottles of it ages ago. It's all gone sadly now. That went a long time ago. Right, we're just going to start it. So if you haven't joined, join quickly. You're going to start in 18 seconds. So if you haven't joined in, you need to join in now to win the GMK set, which is here. It is here. I promise it's here. 8 seconds. Here we go. I don't know what happens on this track. Oh no, there's a laser. Does that kill people if you hit the laser? The luggage is in the lead here. Monshu looks to be storming ahead. Oh, people are starting to come down the tubes now. Whoa, look at that. No one's really in the lead here. It's pretty much neck and neck between a few people. Oh, just Grandpa Things is actually way ahead, look. But he's got stuck. Anarchy, maybe in the lead now. Maybe put the 3 winners. No, it should do a table. If it doesn't do the table, I'm going to stick to the rules I said before. Oh, what's going to happen here? Look, this is like a spinning plate thing. Oh, some people got really lucky there. Some people are going to start coming through here quite quickly. Anarchy's still up there. This is Anarchy's race to lose here right now. Oh, and Snagatoshi just took the lead. Wait. What's going on? I can't tell who's winning. Liam Derion, he's there. Someone fell off the map. I saw someone fall. Oh, now we've got a huge spiral and then a staircase at the end. Snagatoshi, Liam Derion, it's changing fast. There we go. Liam won. Andrew Goodwin up there. Hugo's there as well. Anarchy came 8th in the end. Second, Pog. Third. Yeah, some good scores, guys. I love how it's just putting people on this and then throwing them off into space. Look at that. Look at that. Streaking Bison there, I see you. Peter Poppins, Dog Hair Don't Care. 5 Ink still up at the top. Liam Derion, there you go. Right, okay. Let's do the third and final map. Oh, look. Look at you guys. Huey, 43rd. Oh, Joe crafted cables in 60 seconds. Right, let's see who's gonna get the next map. Rusty Remnant is the third one. 44th, nice. That's what you want to see. That's what you want to see. Right, exclamation mark play. Let's get in here, guys. If it doesn't do the table, whoever wins this one is the winner. So let's take note of that. Counting them nicely. There you go, guys. Get in there. .60. Need a big last lap. 100%. I think a few people do. Okay, if you're not in now, guys, I'm going to start the countdown, so you need to get in there quick. You need to start the countdown quick. Let's ban this guy. Countdown starting. Get in there, guys. If you're not in there already and you've been in the other two, you need to get in the third one right now. Spicy engine mode. I like that spicy engine mode. Yeah. Anyone who's an F1 fan. I'll ban them after this race. I don't want to miss the race. Oh, there we go. Looks like Demotex is in the lead. Just Streaking Bison's up there as well. JQ27 coming storming through. Really hard to tell because there's all these different paths. But everyone's in there. Look at everyone. Just this is going to be really close. Catastrophe coming round. I see Popcorn there as well. Let's see who's in the lead. Hugo, Demotex. Demotex. He got almost all the way through, look. Oh, now it's got a bit of a mess. What's going on? Up they come. Up they come. Who's going to reach the top? Demotex is there. He's there. He's up first. Oh, look at this mess of loops here. What's going to happen here? The Void Media has taken first. Is he going to stay in the lead? Oh, it's going to be close. Demotex and the Void Media. Anarchy coming up again. Anarchy was high in the last one as well. Void Media goes through first. A few people are catching him though. I don't know what this is. This is like some sort of giant circular thing. Conan straight through that. He didn't even stop. Like he didn't even get stuck on anything. Anarchy's way back now. Conan is definitely in the lead. Oh man, everyone who was up there is just being pushed way back. Anarchy's somewhere near the back now, and he was up near the lead. He was in the top 2 or 3. I can only spot him because of his purple name. Dorsiraptor is now in the lead, I think. Yeah, Dorsiraptor's way up there. Conan's coming back, though. Step aside. Wantagon is on his way. Dorsiraptor. Oh, who's going to go which way? Which way? Is Conan's going to go the other way? Let's see what happens here. Because Conan could make a big comeback here. If he's going the separate route. It could be very different at the other end. Dorsiraptor's there. Let's have a look. Stuck in the half pipe. Conan is on the way back through. He might be quick enough. No. Dorsiraptor is through. Dorsiraptor fell off though. He fell off. He went off. Dorsy's out. Katumbus is out. Perlin's there. Did Conan die as well? Wantagon is on his way through. The Void Media is back in the lead. And it looks like the Void Media... Oh no, look at everyone dying. Loads of people dying. The Void Media... If it doesn't give us a table of the average wins, the Void Media gets the prize. Perlin Merlin came in second. Peter Poppins is there. Look at this. People just falling out of the sky, look. Abducted by a UFO. Sorry, man. That's the way that marbles go sometimes. Right, let's see if it gives us a table. If not, the Void Media is the set's yours. But like, if it gives us a table, it's whoever wins in the table. So, what a cluster of names. Yeah. That was so much fun. Golden Ratio on his way in. Let's see who gets last. Let's see who gets last. It looks like it's going to be Andromeda. Thorium's on the way down. Com as well. Come on, Andromeda. Home you come. There we go. Right. So does it now give us a table of the 3? Well, that's what I want to see. I want to see the table of the 3. How do I find it? Your name was first for a split second. Oh, finished Grand Prix. The results are in. Let's see who. Let's see how this table came out. So let's see who. This is the winner. This is the winner. Who got who? I'm sure it's going to give us third. Liam Derion got third. No prize for third. Big Bixie Baby got second. Who's the prize winner? The Void Media wins a GMK Shoko. Void Media. I'm going to message you and send you a code. You'll need to email me with that code. In fact, I'm going to do it right now before I forget. But the Void Media, just drop a message in chat. In fact, if you whisper at me, we'll pick it up from there. So Void Media, whisper at me. I'll send you a code via whisper, and you can email me to collect your prize. So there you go, Void Media. Just drop me a whisper, and I will send you a code. You can email me that code, and then we'll go from there. Let's see who else came up high. Perlin Merlin and Liam Derion. Very close there. Loads of people on 25 points. Hugo on 24 points. Demotex did come up high though. He came in 20th. Even that low finish there, that disappearing finish. King Alera 11, Snagatoshi with 10. My Keep Space, Anarchy finished in the top 25 with 7. Yeah, don't forget to whisper to me. Void Media. Let you find out how to whisper. Okay, cool. Yeah, you step in and whisper to me. I'll send you a code back. You can email me that code, and then we'll claim your prize. No, if you come to me, Zizora, with a whisper, then you can have a prize, but you have to physically come and bring a whisper to me. Top 15 should all get some prize. I'm not made of money, man. Like, this is my personal money I've had to spend on this set. I had to buy it off the website to be able to give it away. You did really well in the third race, though, Anarchy, to get that high up. Don't It Belong Here in 48th. Steve Daller in 45th. That was quite fun. Han Solo, who I bought the KFE off, came in 58th. Should we see who came last? Do we want to see who was last? Do we want to see who was last? Emir Bledin came 65th. Crafted Cables came 64th. Popcorn came 67th. RD got 69th. Nice. Aeneas in 74th. Let's see who got last. Let's see who got last. Randall Bolt's 114th. Randall Vault, Squirrel, 2 Ben, Funny Aha, Fuzzinator, High on Belvita, Les Blanc, Reverbiate, Sky, Beowulfish, Andromeda Keeps, Filson KB, Ice Ice Baby, Matt, Pew Pew Laser, Mustachia. Loads of people got 0 points. Yeah, who was the last person to get any points? Who was the actual last person to get points? So the last person to get points was Super Nothing 28 with 1 point across the 3 races. Did anyone miss a race? I think some people did 1 race. Some people missed a race. Steve missed a race. Yeah, a couple of people missed races like Venom. Filson only did the last race, I think. Such is life. Such is life. That was good fun though, right? Did you enjoy that, guys? Did you enjoy that? Was that a good way to do a giveaway? That was the winners table at the end. So I think I've got a whisper now from Void Media. So I'll drop you a code. In fact, we'll do it now. There you go. That's your code. It is sent across Void Media. Instructions on how to email me, and then I'll get back to you with what we need from there. Points seem 36 for the win, then drops a lot after the top 3. Yeah. Marbles makes the chat pop. It does. It does. 14th. I love losing at Marbles. Feels good, man. Clap. Sorry, Oxy. Not everyone can win. Not everyone can win. With an unbiased opinion, good way to run a giveaway. You do get to love the randomness of it. It is super random because, like, people can be in the lead and then all of a sudden they're just nowhere. Or they fall off the map. That seems to happen quite a lot. Am I going to get the Lego F1 McLaren? Maybe. Maybe. Adam was part of the race. Hey, Adam, thank you very much for being here. Top 10 gets proto points. I don't know how to do that, but maybe we can do. No, we've sold out of Shoko now, I'm afraid. Shoko is sold out. The extra sold out in a couple of hours. Adam called it. He was right. I was wrong. So, yeah. Can't believe you got 4th. Yeah, it was such good fun. 5 Inks, thank you so much for the 2 months of subs. That is super tasty. How can you drink that normal iron brew after having the 1901, dude? Taste buds. Like the 1901, at one point it was really expensive. It was like 50 quid a bottle. So I just stopped buying it. Sorry, can someone clip that, please? What? You were right. I don't mind. I'm open. I'm honest. I like to learn in life. I'm not a hypocrite. I can accept I was wrong. I'm comfortable with that. Adam, you were right. You called it. We had a bet. I lived up to my end. You lived up to your end. I know that if it had been the other way around and I'd have won, you would have lived up to your side. So we're good. £2 a bottle from B&M. I don't know if we have a B&M near me.
Incredible.
Perlin Merlin, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. You have an entire cupboard full. Salmon Addict. Yeah, we get 24 cans of iron brew in the workshop a week, which is really bad. But yeah. we need a bet on Jay's stream every week. No, I'm not made of money. I can't just give something away every single week. Like, I just don't have the money to do that. I don't have any sponsors. I have to pay for these myself out of my personal pocket. So yeah, there we go. I think that's it for the stream. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. I really, really appreciate that. Void Media, congratulations on winning the show code. Drop me the email with the code. We'll get that shipped out to you this week. We'll sort everything out and get that shipped out to you wherever you are in the world. We'll cover the shipping and everything else. Have you ever done a garage stream? No, but we are going to do a stream where we walk around the workshop at some point in the next week or two. We're also going to do a stream midweek, I think, where we're going to build up the new laser and potentially a new 3D printer as well. We've also got an announcement coming this week about when the open day for PT is going to be. You won't be able to bring your own keyboards, but you'll be able to come along, see what we have in stock, see the workshop, and see my personal collection or a subset of it. You'll be able to try out a lot of my personal boards and other things as well. So yeah, there'll be free coffee on hand as well. We'll have a little coffee van outside, and you'll be able to get free coffee. It's going to be good fun. It's going to be really good fun. Jay is sponsored by Jay. Yeah, I sponsor myself. Yeah. Right. Okay. Thanks very much for the stream, guys. I really appreciate you all being here. It's like 10:30. I'm going to go home and get some sleep because I've got an early start packing boxes in the morning. Thank you very much for being here again, guys. I love you all, and I'll see you again soon. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.